Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Want to wish everybody a Chag Sameach, a very happy holiday, happy Shavuot. And it's wonderful to be gathered together as we're here to celebrate confirmation this evening. I'd like to invite everybody to please rise as we welcome the confirmation class of 5783. We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words, and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Ledor vador, nagid od lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips shall praise your name. Ledor vador, nagid od lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. Please be seated.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, l'chag u'ner shel yom tov. These festival lights open our eyes to the joys in life, beauty that delights the eye, freedom to be ourselves.
The knowledge of Torah that shapes our moral being, the heritage of celebration that unites us as people.
Feeling that there is someone beyond me that will understand me and hear me when I'm down or when I've made a mistake. I feel connected to my people who have suffered as well. God is for me and for all the Jewish people everywhere.
Although there are Jewish heroes in history, I love the fact that there is no one more person special than any other. We are all Jews and we all matter more to each other and to God.
Still trying to figure out what it means for me to be Jewish, but one thing that had helped me figure out who I am is BBYO. BBYO showed me that I can express being Jewish in different ways.
To me, Hebrew is an interesting language, in a good way. I like looking at the individual letters. It's cool to be able to read another language, and even more cool to know that my ancestors have been speaking in Hebrew for thousands of years. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divera hirutei ve'amli malhutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'hayedekol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'yimeru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorah le'alamei maya yitbarah v'yishtabah v'yitpa'ar v'yitromah v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudashah b'rihu le'elam mikol birchata virata tushbehata v'nehemata damiram b'ma v'yimeru amen.
Please rise for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Please be seated.
Thank you. I loved being in Israel when I visited my grandparents. I went to Masada and the Dead Sea. Shabbat services in Tel Aviv were different and familiar all at the same time. In Jerusalem, people don't drive as much, and in Tel Aviv, everyone's at the beach. It's all Shabbat no matter where you are.
I feel a responsibility to pass Judaism on to my family when I grow up. Its history and values guide me in my life, and I want to pass that on to my kids if I have them.
Jews make really neat contributions to the world in every area: entertainment, science, finance, and especially computers. Please rise for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai elecha v'chol levacha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher nochi mistavecha ayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'letecha b'derech uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. uvtatam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim elolechem. Ani Adonai Elohim Asher Hotzeitiachem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Le'ot Lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohim.
At BBYO, I can have fun while we're doing services and programs, and it doesn't always have to be serious. I have found good friendships throughout the year. I went to my first convention in November, and I had such a fun time and made a lot of friends. After that, I decided I wanted to keep exploring BBYO. Now I'm expressing being Jewish in small ways.
Camp really makes me feel connected to Jews and Judaism. I love the songs and the atmosphere. It's so easy to be Jewish there, and I can't wait to go back.
I really like the temple community. I like that I'm respected and treated as an equal here. I like how we connect it with each other. It makes me feel a part of something very special.
We continue now with Hashkivenu, our evening prayer. And you heard Alana reference camp. Many of the tunes that were chosen for this service are tunes that the kids know from camp, and not only know from camp, but had the opportunity to learn directly from the songwriter Dan Nichols, who composed our Mi Chamocha, and also this next tune, our Hashkivenu.
Vayadaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai el Bnei Yisrael. And Moses declared the appointed festivals of Adonai to the people of Israel.
I enjoy learning about our ancestors in Jewish history. It makes me feel connected to my people no matter where they are or when they lived. It's important to me to keep the story going, to be the next link in the chain of Jewish tradition.
Being at the Kotel, the Western Wall in Jerusalem, meant so much to me. Everyone there had a connection. Touching the stones made me feel connected not only to the Jews who were standing there, but to all the Jews who had ever been there, as well as Jews throughout the world.
I like the fact that Judaism believes in tikkun olam, or making the world a better place. It doesn't have to be done through politics. Individual acts of caring and kindness are just as important.
I know my history and the challenges we have faced. I don't want to let my people down in my generation. I want to keep the faith in them.
Please rise for the tefillah.
Adonai sefatai pita ufia tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaNorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chatzevot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lemar Shemo Be'achava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Emrayeh Mezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Ra Le'Moshiach Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Ramim Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayeh Emunato Vishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidomela Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiya Reshua V'ne'emanata L'chayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated.
Bestow upon us the blessing of your holy festivals, and may we so celebrate them to be as worthy of your blessing. Our God and God of our ancestors, make us holy with your mitzvot, and let your Torah be our way of life. May our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight.
Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. Let your holy festivals remain our heritage, and let us celebrate them with joy, so that all Israel, hallowing your name, may have cause to rejoice. We praise you, Adonai, who sanctifies the house of Israel and the festivals. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim.
I love the Jewish holidays. I remind people when they have missed or forgotten any important Jewish holidays. My favorite is Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. It is a powerful reminder to how important it is to keep my connection to Judaism a living thing.
I really like Passover Seder. It tells our stories in ways that make it come alive every year. It's fun to look for the Afikomen, and I hope I find it again some year. I also enjoy Purim. It's fun to get dressed up, but I also enjoy the Hamantash.
I love Jewish food, from bagels to matzo ball soup to potato latkes for Hanukkah. I'm always up to connect with other Jews over our special foods.
I love the Jewish traditions my family keeps. Seeing my cousins make it so special for me. My Passover Seder makes me feel like I'm a part of something very special, and I know others are connected through their Seders as well.
When I'm at temple, I feel at home. It feels so familiar and comfortable. I can't imagine praying in a different place, much less a different faith.
Join together in our prayer for peace. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon, Shalom. this time in our service, we pause to think of those who are in need of healing, whether healing of body or mind or spirit. So I invite you to think of any of your loved ones who are in need of healing this evening and hold them in your hearts as we join together in the Misha Berach, top of page 13, our prayer for healing. Misha Pause for a moment of silent prayer. In just a moment, we're going to continue with the Torah service, the heart of our service this evening. And here at the temple, when our students celebrate their bar or bat mitzvah, we always take out our small Holocaust scroll to honor and remember the community of Austerlitz, which was its first home. Just a few weeks ago, our confirmands and I, along with several other of our temple teens, some of which who are here this evening, traveled to New York, and over the course of a weekend, took a deep dive into Jewish heritage. We visited the Museum of Jewish Heritage, and we were guided on a tour of their Holocaust exhibit, learning about all the ways that hate was spread and how it affected our people forever. So in the spirit of keeping the memories of the 6 million Jews alive who perished in the Holocaust, in the spirit of Lador Vador, carrying their memories into the next newest generation of Jewish leaders, we'll take our little survivor Torah out tonight and honor it as it is passed through the confirmation class and processed through the congregation. We continue now with Ein Kamocha.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol amim umemsholtecha bechol dor v'dor Adonai melech Adonai Malach, Adonai Imloch, Le'olam va'ed, Adonai Od le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarei, et amo b'shalom.
Please rise.
I found it. No, I found it. All right. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah. Udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenantam Torah, Torah, Baruch shenantam Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushatam. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo. Gadlu l'Adonai iti, uneromema Shemo yachdav, Lecha Adonai hagidula, hagidula, v'tiferet v'hanetzach v'ha'od, ki chol v'shamayim
welcome to Shavuot. Shavuot, very brief and gentle refresher, is the holiday where we celebrate the giving of the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. But actually, every time we come into the synagogue, every time we come into the sanctuary and we do a Torah service and we take the Torah out of the ark, we remember the giving of Torah at Mount Sinai. We remember over and over again, because God forbid that should get stale. Our most foundational event, the giving of the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai, and that is what our students are going to be reading from the Torah this evening. The Ten Commandments are printed in your service booklet and you can follow along. And so on confirmation, on Shavuot, we celebrate the giving of the Ten Commandments not only to Moses at Mount Sinai, but to each of our students as they take on these commandments, which are representative of the entirety of Jewish teaching, as they choose to take these commandments on for themselves. The students are going to join together in the blessing before the Torah.
Vayadaber Elohim et kol hadvarim ha'elech lemor. Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher otzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mi'beit avadim lo yehi lecha Elohim acherim el panai lo tasel lecha fesel v'chol tumuna asher bashamayim mimam va'asher ba'aretz mitachat va'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz lo tishtachaveh lahem V'lo ta'uvdeim ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkanam poked avon avo al benim al shileshim v'al rebeim l'sonai v'osei chesed la'alafim la'ohavai u'shomrei mitzvotai.
Lo yisa tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav ki lo yinakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav zachor et yom hashabat l'kadesho sheshet yamim ta'avod va'asita kol malachtecha va'yom hashve'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo ta'aseh kol malacha ata uvincha uvitecha Avdecha va'amatecha uvhemtecha v'geirach asher bisharecha ki Sheshet Yamim. Asa Adonai et hashemayim ve'et haaretz et hayam ve'et kol asher bam vayinach bayom hashvi'i al kain beirach Adonai et Yom HaShabbat v'ikadeshehu.
Kabed et avicha v'et imecha lema'an yarihun yamecha al ha'adama asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach lo tirtza lo tinaf lo tigno lo ta'aneh v're'acha eid shaker lo tachmod beit re'echa lo tachmod asher ishet re'echa ve'avdo v'amato v'shoro v'homoro v'chu asher le're'echa.
Please rise as we lift and dress the Torah.
When I wake up on Sunday mornings, I love coming to Temple for religious school. It reminds me of the strong connections I have to so many and how much I feel at home here.
BBYO made Shabbat fun for me. We sang songs and prayers, and I felt really connected to everyone in the room. At Havdalah, we held each other and swayed and sang as Shabbat ended. It felt good to be with everyone.
I love Jewish songs. They touch me and give me energy. They move me from within and make me want to move to the music.
As I mentioned earlier, we got to go to New York together. And I would say, you could say that the theme of the trip was this question: what does it mean to be Jewish in America? Not only what does it mean to us today, but what has it meant over the years and over the generations to be Jewish in America? This is the question that begins a summary article from the Pew Research Center about their 2020 survey on Jewish identity in the United States. Overall, the study found that the numbers of Jewish people in the US are consistent with their 2013 study, or even maybe growing. Of note in the study was the way it clearly demonstrated the differences between the way older generations identify as Jews and the way young people identify as Jews. Now, the study admittedly did not poll any participants younger than the age of 18, but our confirmands are going to be that age before we know it. The study looks at breaking down the Jewish population according to a number of categories. One interesting comparison looks at a category referred to as Jews by religion versus Jews of no religion. In the group of age 65 or older, 84% of American Jews identify as Jews by religion, with 16% of them identifying as Jews of no religion. As the age groups get younger, those numbers rebalance until the youngest group polled, the ages 18 to 29, identifies as 60% religious and 40% not. Another interesting tidbit showcased in this study is the way American Jews identify with different movements based on age. Looking at the oldest group, they identified as 44% Reform and only 3% Orthodox. The youngest group identified as only 29% Reform and 17% Orthodox. 41%? Nothing. Perhaps this is a reflection of the current trend in our society towards polarization. According to this study, an increasing number of young people are drawn towards orthodoxy, which has strict rules provided for all aspects of life. And an increasing number are drawn towards no particular movement, nothing at all, doing whatever they want with minimal guidance. The middle, that place where we as Reformed Jews stand, learning and asking questions and making informed decisions, is losing ground. If you read the news on any given day, that probably sounds familiar. The very first confirmation ceremony took place in the early 1800s in Germany at a school created by the wealthy businessman Israel Jacobson. The early reformers felt that the ritual of bar mitzvah was old-fashioned and wanted to create something more contemporary as an alternative. That ceremony, no doubt, has changed a lot in the past 200 years. It has moved from the school setting to the synagogue, changed from being a graduation of sorts to a reaffirmation of faith, changed from replacing bar and bat mitzvah to accompanying it. But its goal and meaning have remained the same. Our young people are standing here today choosing to embrace their religion and carry it forward in their lives. Max, Sarah, Cooper, Ilana, and Emma. Now my back to you. It's been a pretty crazy path to reach this day. You all survived doing your Hebrew learning during COVID, having your Hebrew school graduation on Zoom as you each recited your parts from your homes. Some of your B'nai Mitzvah were celebrated on alternate dates, many with adorable color-coordinating masks as part of your simcha. It would have been easy to feel negatively about your bad luck and use that as an excuse to turn and walk away. But none of you did that. It can be easy to walk away from things that challenge us or don't make sense to us, but none of you did that. You continued the journey of your faith. The greatest gift was getting to go with all of you to New York, where we had our very wet, but ultimately incredibly rewarding trip, delving into some deep learning about our history in the world and in this country. We had so much fun on that trip, and we learned so much. We got to deepen our relationships with each other and with our Jewish community. Confirming your faith is a big deal, and in today's world, it's vitally important. We live in a world that seems to ignore the importance of spiritual health, and that attitude is plunging us into a serious mental health crisis. Your religion is here for you to rely on, to advise you and to comfort you in times of need. It is here to guide you about what kind of a person you should be and how your actions affect others. And your temple community is here for you always, a loving family for you to return home to. Of course, all of you are here confirming your faith today because you know that already. I pray that you never forget it. I pray that all of you continue to ask questions and wrestle with concepts even when they're hard. I pray that you continue to find joy and meaning in Jewish rituals and celebrations. I pray that when challenges present themselves, which they will, you turn to Judaism as a guide to navigate hard times. And I pray that Judaism will always be a source of comfort, peace, meaning, and inspiration as you continue your path to adulthood. 40% of young Jewish Americans surveyed for the Pew Study in 2020 identified themselves as Jews of no religion. These 5 confirmands will not be among them. They have chosen neither the path where you're told what to do all the time or the path where you're told nothing. They have chosen the learning and the questioning, the knowledge and the struggle, and they will continue to bless us all with their insights and knowledge as they continue on their paths. Ken Yehii Ratzon, may this be God's will. I'd like to invite the confirmation class to stand for the confirmation declaration. Please rise as I ask God's blessing on our confirmands.
if the confirmands would come forward and we can give you a certificate and your Tanakh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Please rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegohe haratzot, velo samanu kimishbechot ha'adamah. Shelo sam halkenu kahem v'gor aleinu keho hamona v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malkei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo Please be seated. I think of my great-grandmother Jetel and great-aunt Regine, who both survived the Holocaust. They had to escape because they were Jews, and they worked throughout the war to help save other Jews. I want to honor their memories, and I believe that I must keep faith with them and all they did for my people.
This time in our service, we think of all the generations who came before, the generations who made it possible for these 5 amazing young students to be before us today. And today we're especially mindful of all of those in their families who were not able to make it to this day, to celebrate this day of joy with us. We think of them and we think of all of those in our hearts as we join together in the mourner's Kaddish. Please rise. Yit gadal vi kadash shemei rabba, be'alma divarach yirute v'yamlik malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabba mevarach le'olam u'lalmei al-maya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. As together we say, amen. Will the congregation please be seated? We join together as we always do at our most important moments at the temple. In Tfilat Haderech, the prayer for the journey. Our students may be done with their formal Jewish education, but we know that their path continues on, and we wish them only blessing as they continue on their way. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. Chag Sameach, everybody. Happy Shavuot.